You're watching Money on Main Street. I'm Giovanna Dierpick. She accomplished her dream of starting a loungewear and lingerie line. But when things didn't pan out, Carrie quickly came up with a second act. How she brushed off one business failure and was able to still stay in fashion and stage a comeback. The fashion class is the focus of our Eye on the Island. From helping kids like Sophia Muley figure out what to do with fabrics,
so you can't go down, you gotta go straight across,
to helping them learn how to work a sewing machine. Carrie Quigley knew, even at a young age, fashion would be her future.
I was in love with it from the time I was about 6 years old. Dress up, all the way to when I realized what fashion was and what the industry was. I wanted to be a designer.
Quigley asked the right questions.
The big thing for me, especially when I was in my tween and teen years, was how. How do you actually go from sketching on paper to creating a piece of clothing and then selling that piece of clothing?
Her mission to discover the answers led to an internship with a fashion designer at age 13, helping him make samples.
When I was a senior in high school, I developed my first clothing line, and I made the samples myself.
Even as a teenager, she knew how to tap available resources after saving up $600 to accomplish her end goal of becoming a fashion designer.
I used the Garment Center Business Improvement District. They have a great resource for young designers that shows you where to find factories and cutters and sewers, and I used them, and I called all the factories I could in New York City, and I found a place to manufacture my first line.
Quigley moved production from New York to India for her loungewear and lingerie line, and it turned out to be disastrous.
My first large order from a group of stores in Japan, and they ordered only small and extra small sizes, and their order came back as large and extra large with the small and extra small tags sewn in. So I open up this box. It's about 2 months late. I'm like begging the store to, don't cancel, don't cancel.
But it was too late. She'd already invested about $25,000 into the business. She was in the red and was forced to close her company at the age of 23.
I was pretty upset, and I think I was even a little depressed for a little while.
Quigley did learn a valuable lesson, though.
I really just have to be there, like 24/7, like you have to be involved. And doing production overseas where I didn't have the money to go visit even or meet these people face to face was just a mistake. You push the point under there you go, now push it, and it cuts perfect.
And now she's able to be fully involved with the fashion class, a sewing camp she started for kids, tweens, and teens.
I attribute girls wanting to learn to sew to, some shows, Project Runway Junior. They see other kids doing it, they want to do it too. A lot of celebrities have clothing lines, making little kids interested in fashion.
The idea came after she had to lick her wounds from her business failure, go out and search for a job.
I probably went on hundreds of interviews. I got hired once, they fired me in 2 days. I'm still not sure why.
Freelancing as a fashion design teacher at an after-school program made Quigley realize she loved teaching little girls to sew. So she started her first summer camp by renting out space in Brooklyn and advertising with flyers in the neighborhood. When classes just kept growing, she decided to open an actual location in Manhattan and then Merrick.
I have family out here. It's a great place to raise kids. I wanted to see how the fashion class would do in a suburb environment.
Yeah, I knew it.
She started out doing it all, from advertising to processing orders to buying supplies and coming up with the curriculum and teaching all of the classes. Now she asks questions like these.
What kind of trips will they be taking? How are they going to get there? Who's teaching the camps? Who's assisting the teachers? Has, all the staff have their proper paperwork? Have they all been CPR certified for summer camp?
But when you ask what the biggest key to starting over and starting another business is, the shy entrepreneur doesn't hesitate.
Not being afraid to pick up the phone and figure out where you can get sewing machines or furniture, or, it really comes down to not being afraid to ask for what you want in life. I take the kids on field trips all the time, and we will just call up a designer and be like, hey, can we come? Fabric donations, again, the same thing. Big companies are more than willing to donate their extra fabric.
And her drive to succeed is now inspiring her students, like Blondine Leroy, who already has an idea for a name for her future fashion line.
Maybe NYC Fabulous.
Sewing has given Blondine confidence. What is confidence to you?
Like to be able to like go out and like be proud of what you're doing and like not be scared or afraid.
And it's helping Shy Sophia, who's working on a pair of shorts.
I needed help, so she helped me, and I was happy that I almost done with it.
And just like that, the young Carrie Quigley, who dreamed of life as a fashion designer, has firmly found that business is in her rearview mirror, and the fashion class is her future.
This means so much to me. I mean, sometimes I'll just, stop teaching and look around the classroom and see all these little kids so happy and just be like, oh my, like this is great. Like this is the most amazing experience and I couldn't be happier.